folks, it is great to be up here at the Orlando Improv. It's great to be up on the comedy stage. I originally am from Long Island, New York. I just moved here not too long ago. And you couldn't do comedy in New York for a while. Technically, it was illegal. You might have heard the end of the world thing going on. So, if you went to the New York State website that dealt with COVID restrictions, it actually has comedy clubs in the same category as strip joints. And I never got that. I've never been up here saying, I'm just up here so I can put myself through college. I'm just up here so I can buy my baby diapers. And never once after a show has somebody paid me more money to sit on their lap and tell them more jokes. But I am willing to listen. Since I moved here, my mom texts a lot. She's still up north. My mom doesn't quite grasp the concept that when you send a text, you gotta keep it short and sweet, cut to the chase, get to the point. My mom sent a text like she's a soldier in the Civil War, penning a letter home. My dearest Adam, I take the pencil to the parchment in hopes that this correspondence finds you well. One evening prior to last, we dined on local fare at the Garden of Olives. Our baskets overflowed with sticks made of bread, our bowls with vegetation as far as the eye can see. And you know, Adam, they say when you're at the Garden of Olives, when you're here, you're like family. And they're right, because like you, they don't call or visit either. Another thing, since I moved down here, I had to join the dating apps. I don't know anybody down here. I joined dating. Anybody use the dating apps? Yeah, a few people. There you go. So, what I like about the dating apps is it's really easy to adjust what you're looking for. You can adjust your search criteria, like, for instance, according to your mood, right? Sometimes I adjust mine according to horniness. Allow me to explain how this works. I make the distance that I'm willing to travel really, really small. All the other categories I don't give a shit about. So it'll say smoking. And I'm like, well, whatever. It'll say drinking. I'm like, that does help the process. It'll say height, and I will say 3 foot to 6'11". Hey, listen, beggars can't be choosers. I like to keep my options open. Let me tell you a story about a young lady I met on the dating app. We're flirting back and forth, we exchange messages, and we set a date to go out, right? So because I'm a gentleman, I went to her home to pick her up. And she opens up the door, and lo and behold, she was a little person. I know, I was as shocked as you are. But that's cool. I just thought it might be mentioned earlier in conversation. But I made reservations, Olive Garden. And we had time to kill, some time to spare. So I said, would you like to do an activity, maybe work up an appetite before we go to the Garden of Olives? And she said, yes, miniature golf. Or as she calls it, golf. She was amazing at miniature golf. She was like the Tiger Woods of miniature golf. At one point, I hit the ball, and it went through that little windmill thing, and she opened up the door and got my ball. It was the cutest, sweetest thing. It was adorable. So then, we proceeded on to the Garden of Olives, and she ordered the shrimp, making it way too easy. But the drinks were flowing, things were going great, right? So we end up back at her place, and this is when things got a little weird, got a little awkward for me, right? I wasn't sure if I should get down, or if I should pick her up in front. They're heavier than you would think. Frisky little effer. Very dense. Folks, my name is Adam Snair. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. Welcome back, Corner Below.
Yeah, give it going for Adam right there, everybody. That's Adam Snair.